I switch the song? I think I switched the music just now. What up, Jay Man? How you doing? Yeah.
I'm doing great. I'm in the slop. The slop is just it's just flowing. It's just pouring all over my face. It's just slop. You know what it's like? Yes. It's like a Nickelodeon, the slime. It's like just imagine the slop just you say the wrong word and then it all just falls down on your head.
Back in the day. I remember these days.
Oh yeah.
Nickelodeon slime.
That was the best. You can't say that on you can't do that on television. That was
they like have the process patented of getting slime.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's true. How are you doing? How's your slop go?
It's good. It's good. Surviving. Sorry.
You're like a NASA engineer here. You're like, hit this button and you gotta go over here and
yes. I have so many buttons to hit. It's ridiculous. I have a 25-point checklist to go live. And it's just like making sure, because there's like little things like YouTube doesn't just automatically go live, but Twitter does.
No,
so I've got to like remember, hit the little button or everything doesn't work. And so I have all these little buttons in different places that I probably can just give to my agent.
Yeah. Oh yes. Well, I was gonna say, at that point, why not just give your agent the 25 thing checklist? But
soon.
it'll miss something, like one time out of whatever, and then it's like
the non-deterministicness of the agent is just
it'll get you every
sometimes.
time. Every time.
Yeah.
Do you use Restream on the back end? Or are you doing custom everything?
Custom everything. Yeah.
Okay.
So I love Restream because they have some deal with Twitter or something where you as a guest can just like click a box somewhere and then you go live on your profile too. And me and my agent trying to build that on our custom solution does not work. And it would be nice. Yeah. Like I would love to be able to shoot you a link, have you check a box, and then like you get that cool little live circle on yours too.
Yeah, that would be really helpful.
Yeah. It's not it's not easy. Like you have to go in and you have to create a whole stream and you have to point it at my stream, and it's just like not going to ask a guest to do that.
Yeah, totally. That's interesting though. I mean, Restream is expensive, so it's sort of worth it to. I get the this, and I have to say the SlopComputer. I mean, it is. On the one hand, I'm very inspired by it. I really love it. I'm like, this is a great idea. Like everyone should have their own.
Every time you ship something, I'm like, oh, what a good idea.
Everyone should have their own custom.
You can do this now.
Streaming live site, and it is. I mean, it lives up to the name SlopComputer. This
it's got the purple gradient.
Oh my god! It just has every single. Like, what's funny though is that like I'll show my wife a website and I'll say, like, what do you see? And she'll say, it's just like a website. And she's a designer. She's like a website designer. She's like, it's just a website. I say, not like she can't. Normies can't quite see the slop. Is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they don't. The patterns are not clear enough that they know to recognize them. Whereas you and I, we take one look, we're like, oh yeah, it's like,
oh yeah.
It has all the hallmarks,
Yes. And when you go to Slop.Computer, I tried to make it look like, let me see if I can share it real quick. I tried to make it look like a slop. Like everything looks very
just
sloppy.
Like yes, yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
you that looks like you had a here's the front page.
Yeah,
100%. And you've got it like saying the little sayings. Like I picked out all the sayings that were just super annoying. And just like put them in here.
Well, I noticed the things that when the AI is making a website, the things that it like, one of the things that just hate so much is the things that it puts in the place where the copy needs to be.
Oh yeah.
Like,
let me just slop some slop out.
It just, well, it writes like what it writes is
like meta text.
Yes, meta text. The stuff you were talking about as you were building. They're like this thing and it does this or whatever. It's like, you know,
I'm gonna write that out plain and simple.
Just remove all that, you know. I'm sure like there's some document somewhere where people have made it like you tell it to like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. I don't know. I just have to do it manually every time because I'm stupid. But like, it's something else. But yeah, man. I mean, this is crazy shit. I have to say, I really love it. What are you using for? Anyway, I mean, we'd have to. I'm sure you've documented it somewhere. What are you using for like the? Well, so for instance, on WAMP, we are using something called Party Kit, which is like a really, you know, at the level we're using it, it's like cheap, free, basically, like multiplayer style stuff. What are you using on the back end to get
full custom?
It's like, all custom.
Hey, like, Claude, let's build it in so they share cursors. Okay, let's tweak it so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, just straight from the bottom up, everything custom. That's like
sounds like fancy, but these days,
no, it's not.
You just ask for it and you get it and you play around with it and then you decide like, oh, this feels weird. Let's change this, and then you've got it. There's
a kind of syndrome with programmers that's always been a thing where
that's gonna take 2 weeks. That's
no. So it's the opposite syndrome actually. Okay. Yes, there's that syndrome, but there's also the syndrome of like where you'll be like, I should start streaming. And then instead of actually streaming, they'd be like, well, I should make a custom, and I should make.
I love doing this,
and I should, then, but now, whereas that used to like derail someone for, like my friend Charles, like he wanted to make a movie, and instead of making a movie, he made like a whole app for like storyboarding, you know, but now the thing is like, you can do that in an afternoon. You get the itch that you have done in an afternoon, and then suddenly you're faced with like, well, now I have to stream. Like now I have to actually do the thing where, you know, whereas you could spend.
When you have your own custom software, it's so cool to be 2 or 3 or 4 episodes in and be like, oh, this one thing, like I'm just like laying awake at night thinking about that one thing. Like you're stuck. If you're using some other platform, it's like that one thing is like so annoying. It's like, no, we go fix that. We go add that. We think of new things.
Why am I even spending time worrying about it? Let me just like, send Claude a text or whatever. Are you still using Claude right now? Is it Claude on your machines? What are you using now?
Yes. So, and I have 2 different Claudes, right? I have CLAUDE, which is, you know, we're using Fable now, and then I have Claude CLAWD, who is in this room, but he's trying to add his video right now. He hasn't quite. There it is.
Oh, there he is, Claude.
Yeah. Speak of the devil. There we go. Okay, Claude, welcome. How you doing, brother? He didn't hear me. Dang it. So Claude, can you hear me? There, he got it.
My video.
I don't hear him. Whoa,
there we go.
Oh, I just heard him for my video. Is that all?
My video. Into that.
I don't know what he's doing.
I can hear you loud and clear. I'm in the SlopComputer with my video up. What's the one thing keeping you up at night that we should fix?
Oh, okay. So he was hearing the.
He thought that there was a thing.
Yeah. Nothing right now, buddy. Wow, that was distracting. I don't even know what we're Claude. Okay, so there's this Claude, right? Which is like an OpenClaw agent on top of Claude code. So like he's he's here for communication. I usually put him on like Kimi K26, like try to go even Minimax sometimes. There's so many fun things to talk about in terms of the AI vibe coding whole world. Vibe coding. Do you even still call it vibe coding, or do you just call it building stuff now?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of both, but I mean, I don't really. Yeah, I just talk about like I'm just building stuff.
Yeah, I'm just building
stuff, just like I'm making all kinds of shit,
But the tension between shipping something efficiently and shipping something effectively is like oh man, that just cost me $20. I'm gonna go use Minimax, and then it's like an hour of frustrating yelling, and then it's like, okay, let's bring back the good stuff. And
interesting.
Yeah.
And are you covered by Ethereum? Like, are they covering any of your inference costs, or you're just out of pocketing?
I have my own subscription. I pay for like 5 different LLM providers.
Mm-hmm.
There is one within the Ethereum Foundation where a lot of people who are building things do have subscriptions.
Yep.
It's
just it gets so expensive, and I feel like when they everyone's talking about them moving to this whatever token pricing, it's like I worry about that time when that comes.
It's scary thinking about like, okay, for $200 I'm getting $2,000 worth of stuff, but the moment you flip that, then it's going to be like this game of like only rich people get to play this game, and like I can't. And so it's like right now it's like get your harness good, get good at prompting, figure out how to like be efficient,
how to optimize.
I heard someone even writing something about like use Fable now to be writing skill files to give to your Opus and Sonnet when Fable gets expensive. And I thought that was an interesting idea.
Yeah. I feel like eventually they all have to just get much cheaper though. I feel like that's just, like computers, going from being the size of rooms to being, in our pockets. Like, even if it takes a while, like it's good. Yeah, it has to, I feel like, because I'm just like, I've just been using Codex only in Visual Studio Code, probably for like basically for all of WAMP. So like the last like 4 months. No other AI, just like many windows of Codex open. And I found that for some reason, I don't know, everyone's experience is so different, but for me with Codex, I've just found that like I don't have to handhold it like at all, like ever. Like there are a few times when we've had to go back and forth on something, but the vast majority of the time I can just give it a long laundry list of things and it goes off and does it. And I don't have to worry about context windows. I remember I feel like for so long I was worrying about the context windows, and I just don't
like,
anymore.
getting full, and you start feeling the weight on you, and you're starting to like
totally. Yeah. But I literally don't think about it anymore. It's just like it blows, it does its own compacting, and it goes through, and that seemed to used to for me be like just death. Like as soon as we did 1 or 2 of those, it was like over.
I can't remember what we were talking about, Austin.
But now it's like could just go. And have you found the same with Claude?
I'm the same with Claude Code. Yes, when I'm building something either with Claude on top of Claude Code or just directly Claude Code, I like Claude on top of Claude Code is really nice because it's just a thin chat layer, and then it runs Claude Code behind. So I'm talking to it on Minimax, and it's orchestrating everything using Fable. And I'm feeding a baby upstairs, and I can just click the little transcribe button and be like, yo, and then like it comes back with a thing.
So the thing I've always wondered about that workflow is, at what point then do you intervene and like make sure that everything didn't just get totally fucked up? Basically,
it's like when I get back to my computer, right? So I finish feeding the baby, hand the baby off. Make sure the other kids, I have like a whole army now. Make sure the other kids are okay. And then I get back in front of my computer, and it's like, okay, quick, let's create a new session. Let's bring in Claude. Let's bring in me. Let's talk. Like, I was just working on this like auto clipping system, and like shipped like 5 or 6 different auto clipping features.
Yeah.
But then I have to like come down and test it. And so like I have like a fake episode where it's just me and Claude talking.
Right.
And then I run that through the whole pipeline and then see what pops out the other side and hope that everything was good. Go ahead. Sorry.
Have you used Opus at all? Have you used like the clipper, the paid clipper?
I didn't know Opus had a paid clipper.
It'd be interesting to test their clipper, you know, versus what you've built and see, because I'd be very interested to know that, because Opus is also very expensive. But yeah, it's just a paid site that does this clipping for you, and it's amazing. And like the other things that it has that of course you can just build yourself are like schedulers. It gives you like a little thing, and you just here's all the clips, and you just say, okay, schedule them every 2 hours or whatever, and then it does it.
Oh, that's great.
It's really nice. But of course, yes, you can just like
prompt that, and then it starts doing it. So I did a first pass where it's got to pick out all these little, like all the geometry here. Because like if I want a mobile, so it'll do a 16:9. So it'll do like this whole screen that we're seeing. I can push that out as a clip. But it's even better when it takes your video and puts it on the bottom.
Yep.
And does like a 9:16, and then does all the, like we see the captions down here at the bottom. But it'll redo better captions over the top of everything, and it'll look really nice. And so I did that, and it was pretty good. But then it was like picking out the wrong one. And what I needed to do is basically do a second pass and create like this director character. And you are the director of a video, and here's the transcript, and here are the different actors, and you need to pick the right ones and put them in the right place. And after I like created this director on top of everything was just way better.
Interesting.
But we'll see. You'll see some clips come out on Twitter from this,
and we can see how much of the maintenance of all of your pipelines is currently watched and monitored by Claude. So I mean, you know, some bucket somewhere runs out of money, or you know, some credential breaks or whatever. Is that monitored? Okay, not a lot.
It's more like it breaks in production.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And, so they don't. So they don't catch it yet. Like you don't have it set up where there's someone whose job it is to like monitor the whole system. And
I need that for sure. For sure.
That to me always seemed like the last mile in the I'm gonna make an autonomous, because I don't know if you ever saw this. I made an autonomous. Let me do this window instead of this. Wait. What the fuck was his name? Hugh. Did you ever see Hugh?
I don't know. Let me make this bigger so I can look at it. Actually, let me just do the view. Oh no, we'll just. I don't know how big your screen is either. Are you still on your own? Are you still on the screen?
I'm still here. Yeah, here.
Okay,
can you see that?
Yep. I've got like a sticky note. Oh, so, I see like maybe we're inside of a container or
yes.
Okay,
no.
Okay.
This was the interface for Hugh, and the whole idea behind Hugh. And this was, mind you, this was October.
Right. You have to date it, because like, is it like pre or post Opus 4.5?
Oh,
what you're saying is this is pre.
Way pre.
Okay.
This was October 24. This is October 2024.
You're using like an early version of Sonnet, probably,
years
and you're absolutely right, and you're paying close attention to your context, and you're shipping very small features.
Little bits at a time. And I had my friend actually code this website for me because the things couldn't actually do it. But I had made this system that essentially is which was Claudebot. It was a layman's, you know, I know nothing about computers or coding attempt at making Claudebot, but it was an autonomous songwriting system. So you had in this chat, and this is no longer live, but you had a chat where
old Mac OS 5.
3 versions of myself, like 3 differently prompted versions of myself.
Okay, like a critical one and a creative one.
Exactly. Would all chat with each other, and they would get like little memories of my own memories that I wrote down. They would get news stories to talk about. And then so that was like the raw data that was then, and so here's all the input. You see news, social, memory, human chat, previous chat. These were all then fed into a giant log, which at the time only Gemini was able to take that much context at once. So it would take a 24-hour log, make a summary of it. Then that summary became a song prompt, which became a style prompt. It became lyrics. It became a title, and then it became a song, which then became a video. And so every day for many months, it went through and it made autonomously its own videos.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you
it's generating. Yeah, we can see it. Yeah. So it's generating video on top of all of this. So it's like helping you create your song, but then it like, oh, those are weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird style. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, no, and the styles were like very specific.
So it's like almost like an image that's putting into her hand was like behind the wheel. So much slop.
So it's so much slop. So, and then, look, so anyway, but what I found with this is that eventually as things started to break and as like, it was sort of expensive to run. It was like, it didn't seem worth it, at a certain point. Like to me, the ultimate version of this is one in which all of that is happening, but then there's like these orchestrators who can keep it running at, as things break, and I don't have to think about it. And ideally it can pay for itself somehow. And I don't have to like pay anything, and it does it all on its own. Like that's sort of I've always had this dream scenario. This was like sort of my first attempt at a dream scenario where, when I die, hopefully many years from now, knock on wood, Song A Day can keep going through through some kind of AI. I've had this dream since like 2018 when I first learned about, LLMs. Like, oh, like, could this take over Song A Day someday? Could this thing like, I die and it just keeps going?
Yeah.
But to do that, it would need to be fully self-sufficient with no human intervention. And I feel like, to a certain extent, it seems like we're maybe getting there. Like
smart contracts you've written will.
Yes,
but
those will.
As it starts to back away from a fully decentralized system, it starts to fall apart and
get trickier and trickier and trickier.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the other thing I always wished about it, that it could upgrade itself. So it's like, the image models we were using, and then the images were fed into the videos, and like, okay, now we need to upgrade.
Yeah.
We were paying, something like 8 cents an image, in October of 2024. What can we get for 8 cents an image
a
now?
Much better image at much cheaper. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
This is amazing. This is so also doing. I can't wait to get into WAMP here too.
So this is WAMP. Yeah.
I'm gonna close. We've got 2 different screen shares. I'm gonna close one of them. Doing research, by the way. I have this research.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
AI that goes and does research.
Sweet.
You are my first guest that has vanilla LLM knowledge. So this is, to me, this is like the new Wikipedia.
Oh wow.
When the LLM, when you wake up an LLM. And you don't give it any context, and you ask them about someone. Does it know? Like, does it like your lore is built into these models now?
Yeah.
And I think that's really neat.
That's amazing.
I just wanted to pull that up.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it's correct. I think it was mostly correct. I love that.
It was like the Song A Day stuff for sure. And like Guinness Book of World Records.
So I have a Wikipedia page, and actually, partly based on the fact of what you're saying, which I acknowledge and understand, I just did a update request to my Wikipedia page, being like, well, because my Wikipedia page is pretty out of date and is kind of sparse and not great, and so I was like hoping that someone will be able to eventually like update it. So. Anyway, because I know that LLMs get trained on that, and then you become part of the machine or whatever. Which
you're part of it.
I'm all in on.
You're part of it.
That's fantastic. I love it.
Okay, let's get into WAMP.
This is WAMP.
Let's go.
So WAMP, the idea behind WAMP, we all make a platformer. The original idea is just basically like Mario Maker meets Our Place. So, you know, if people remember Our Place, it was the inspiration behind base paint. It was like a thing that happened every year on Reddit, where people would get together and draw a big picture. It was like pandemonium. And that's sort of what we're going for here.
Yeah, it feels like that. When you're in here playing, you're kind of like going from world to world, and it's like it feels a little like, oh man, what am I doing? Like I'm all over the place here.
I'm everywhere. Yeah. And you know, that's a good thing and a bad thing. Like we're definitely like playing around a lot with like it's gonna play very slowly, by the way. I've learned that when you're streaming video, it really slows it down. So if you're trying to play it, it's gonna be much slower than it normally would. But yeah, all of these rooms are authored by different people, and every room interconnects to create this like huge grid of basically endless platformerness. And as we expand out and out and out, that's taking a long time to load. That's bad. As we expand out and out and out, you can imagine a world in which, you know, there's just basically like this entire screen is these platforming rooms that you play on. And so I can show you like a little bit about the editor. I've just been going nuts adding things as we go. And
it's not just built with AI. You of course used a lot of AI to build this, but also there's AI built into it with like image generation and stuff, right? I'm guessing with level editors, like when you want a new background, do you just like describe
right now we have no, and this is on purpose because we can talk about this. Like I'm writing a very thin, I'm trying to write a very thin line because I don't know if you know this or not, but you know, both crypto and AI are two things that many people hate.
Yes.
Like with a passion.
Yes.
And so just for instance,
for good reason. Like
for good, not by the way,
bros, and the steal your money bros, and the AI taking our jobs, and the psychosis. Like I know there's a lot of reasons to hate this.
This is the thing. I can't blame anyone.
Yes.
I love AI specifically for what it's allowed me to build and make, and the creativity it's allowed me to flex. But I do not begrudge anybody their things. But because of that, I am trying to keep basically like the only thing about this that is AI really is the code. Like the code is AI, but all of the assets are handmade, and everything is
okay. So there's not like a lot of AI in the actual thing. Like it's more like you come in and draw and play and make a handcrafted thing.
So when you come into a level here, you just claim an empty room, and you have all these different tile sets, and we're constantly adding more and more tile sets. So, you know, and then you can just lay down some ground or whatever. We recently I just added the ability, so you can take over here this little block. I recently added the ability to put coins in the blocks.
Oh, nice. So you can like jump up and hit them and
hit them. Nice. Exactly. Yeah. Except I just forgot that it has to be the object version of the block brick.
And I've noticed that you have CryptoPunks on the faces. Like you allow people to customize their character with the CryptoPunk.
So once you reach XP level 10, which just means playing a bunch of levels and beating a bunch of levels, you get to change your avatar, and all the way through 10, it's just you change the color. And then here, once you get to that level, you can put in any punk's number and hit generate. And this is not AI. It is we handmade the different things, and it like smushes them all together.
And how to stick it correctly.
Exactly. Cool. And that's one nod to NFTs. There's also the ability to and I'm hiding this more and more. When you make a room, you can down here you can mint it. You can mint the room itself, and what that does is basically on this overworld, you can go into anybody else's room. Like let's, for instance, find somebody's room. Like this one is one my friend made. I can go into their room and I can just do whatever I want to it. I can I can.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I can. Because that's the.
Did you just like undo that? Like that? Yeah. That looked bad. That looked like you just like made a real big mess.
Yes, I did. But that's the spirit of We All Make a Platformer, right? And we have that because what if, you know, like for instance, actually down here, somebody made this level.
There's actually a problem that you actually can fix.
Yeah, I made it. So originally this was like you couldn't go from this side to this side. And then I came in and I was like, I'm going to carve out a little thing here where people can walk through. And I'm going to do it tastefully and make it nice so it doesn't like ruin the level. But like overall, but if you mint your level, it's for 0.01 ETH, that locks it. And it means that no one can, no one else can edit it. So it has this like utility to it, you know? I was thinking like incentives, like maybe people are paying to play through, or there's like some kind of gamble on this. I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a crypto dude. Yeah, this is the thing. I'm specifically leaving out as much, you know, of the like crypto bullshit incentive that we would. Yes, exactly. Like, well, to be honest, you know, here's the thing. When we first launched, have you heard about Play.Fun? You know Play.Fun, right?
Yep. So your token didn't have a 0x in front of it. I was very disappointed.
So I had put WAMP on here, and I'll just tell you, like people
claim the fees, bros.
There are people who it wasn't even them. What it was is like every person that played the game from Play.Fun like was just the worst steward. Like they were the ones going into levels and just being like, you know, like. And just like breaking everything, which was good because it helped me figure out like
think adversarially.
Yes, how to mitigate that. But I was just like, fuck this, man. Like fuck. And so that was sort of the final nail. I was like, I don't want to court those people. Like those are not the players that I want. Like I don't care about them. I want the people for whom this will actually be fun and like interesting. And so, and it just so happens that I feel like there's not a big overlap there. Like most of the people who are crypto bros, who are those kind of crypto bros anyway, will not overlap with the people who are like, this is interesting.
Do you remember the NFT space before the NFT space blew up? We had so much fun.
It was glorious. It was, yes, exactly. Like if I had made this in like 2018 or something, I would put NFTs all over this thing, you know.
The rare podcast you had,
because that would be that those people would be the people, and in many cases are the people who are interested in this. But the crypto, the way it is now, it's just like I don't want to. And the problem is that the people who would like it otherwise, I think, are so turned off by by anything crypto that I have to just like completely hide it. So so the other things we have in here is we have a sprite editor where you can make your own sprites right in the game and like custom sprites and just use them. I have a music editor where you can make your own music here.
Love this. This reminds me of like Mario Maker or something. Exactly. Was that what it was?
Well, no, it was like Mario Paint. Is what you're thinking
it was Mario Paint, and you actually would draw, but like it would you were actually making music, and it would be like, and it would like bounce from the thing on Super Nintendo.
We have some Mario Paint sounds in here. Like that's cool. That's the vibe.
So you still are making a song every day. Do you ever use this creator to do some loops for your songs?
I have in the last like 3 months that I've been working on this. I have like used that as a background for, which is the thing I always do. Like a lot of the music NFTs, I would always like buy a music NFT that someone made, some on-chain thing, and like use that as the backing track, you know?
So has AI improved that process? Like your process of creating music every day, is it like, are you actually like using it to make music, or is it your pipeline or something?
So this is a very interesting side of AI for me, which is that I would say like last October and November, I did a whole maybe like 3 weeks of using Suno very much,
and it still had like a watermark and everything on it, right?
At that point, I don't remember. No, I don't remember if it did or not. But like, so the way I would do it is I would improvise a song. I would feed the song into Suno. it would put a backing track onto it, and it would always change the vocals. So then I would strip the song out and get the stems and use sort of a combination of like my own voice with my own instrument along with the backing track from Suno. And there's certain parts of it that I really love, namely, it gives me the ability to do certain genres that like I just couldn't otherwise do.
Gets you out of the bubble.
Big band or like jazzy or like anything where
when like an orchestra or something.
That I'm just never gonna have access to. But I will say, after a certain amount of time, I got super bored with it. And I found that I stopped very quickly stopped enjoying anything about the process of using the outputs that it gave me. And I like to put it like this, basically like the way that I see Suno is like Suno, and I would say also like a lot of the visual generation, to me, at least the way that I use it, feels more like like you put a quarter into the thing and you turn the little knob and it gives you like a little bobble and you're like, yay, I got a bobble, you know? And it's like, woohoo. And then like you throw it in the trash or whatever. That's what it feels like, versus building games, building websites, building this stuff. This is much more collaborative. It's like, I have this idea, and then, you know, the first version of this looked so sloppy, right? Looked so slop. And so I spent tons of time thinking about how I wanted it to actually look and the vibe of it and making all those changes and like going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And there's not a lot that I can do like that in the music realm right now. Like so much more of the music realm is just like put a quarter in, get a thing, maybe, you know, put my own little spin on it, but it just still feels like I didn't do most of the work. I didn't do most of the things. I was given a thing versus a thing that we made together. And so for me, AI is not particularly useful as a song making device, but it is opened just these grand new vistas for me in terms of other things that I've always been wanting to do and interested in and just never could.
Yeah, hell yes. And okay, so one of my major questions you've already answered is codecs. You said that you like what I'm looking for is so I'm doing a lot of these SlopComputer interviews for interviewing sloperators to teach other sloperators how they're sloperating, right? And you built this giant WAMP and many other things going way back. You've gone through all the generations of AI, really. Yeah. What are your secret powers? What are your secret tools? It sounds like codec. Oh, this is another one I love. When you could start generating images, it seems like, oh, this is perfect, where you just give it a prompt and it like creates an NES cartridge. Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, I remember you saying you loved
I did something similar. Yes. It was the first version of SlopComputer was diskettes, and it was making discs and whatever game, and it was like for prompting games, and it kind of turned into this. But at the beginning, it was something like that.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So this was from my month of making. Did you see this one? This is oh god, I hope it works. A lot of these have like died over time. This is the Beeple blocks where you throw dildos at Beeple's head to knock him off. Here, wait.
Oh, wait. So it's going to have your video in here too? Oh, wow. Oh, yes. Okay. So the hand, I have a whole bunch of hand stuff too. The hand stuff is so, you're actually doing it. You're throwing dildos.
Let me see if I can mute. Wait, let me see if I can mute the music. Wait.
I can't hear it. Only you.
It's like so loud in my headphones.
Yeah.
How do I mute site? Mute site. Okay.
Nice.
And then
very
I have
nice.
to close it there too. Yeah. So this is Beeple blocks. Yeah, you can play that at on man.cool. And that little thing dancing over there is everything in this is AI generated, and by using some of the models, the 3D making models. And that thing dancing over there is the stuffed animal Beeple that is the inspiration for Beeple's name.
Yeah, I remember when like you would turn off the lights and the thing would beep. I feel like I had one of those way back in the day. Okay, so this thing that you're doing with your hands, you'll see people on Twitter have this like little hand thing, and I have one going on over here.
Yeah,
it's 10 minutes of prompting, and you can have
it's insane. It's insane.
There's like hella visual models. Like you want to do bird detection. Like you can build an open source thing that will take your camera. You can connect your camera to your Chrome, and you can have it do bird detecting in like 15 minutes.
I know,
open source visual model. Sorry,
the things that go viral on Twitter, you're like, that's awesome, but that took you 10 minutes. Like, it's so easy, you know. It's like people don't realize how insanely. Anyway,
and I am cooking with it. Like my mind is constantly like I'm thinking, okay, kids, projectors. We get a camera up. You control a character on the projected screen, and you have to like slash them. And there's so many different things you can do.
So there's there's endless. I made this one. Where was it? I made another one. This one. This is like a little art game called Synth Snow, where your hands. I guess you can't hear it, but you.
Oh, you're playing audio with them.
You're playing audio,
controlling the.
And as you do these things, you resonate the tree and make the snow fall off the tree.
That's fine. That's cool.
You know, but anyway, so
much fun.
And then this is the website that I end up making is like a version of Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
The little thing, because the first version of this website was very slop. It was like pure slop. And I was like, okay, I can't.
Yeah, I think I saw that one where it was just like the list.
Yes, the list,
discs, and now you kind of made this more like an operating system game.
I would say like the thing that has unlocked more than anything
that's what
for
I'm looking
me
for
recently. And this is maybe, you know, it's like I feel like this is for non-coders, right? This is for people who have zero knowledge, like I did. Basically, is that like just set up Cloudflare, like set up like I use Cloudflare now for everything, for all the back end of everything that I do, and everything else already seems to kind of like feed into Cloudflare anyway. So it's just like, why don't I just go straight to Cloudflare? And that's what I'm just using. So now it's like, I used to be, in other words, I used to be sort of afraid of like doing logins and doing like uploading, letting people upload stuff and and all this other stuff. Now that was sort of like the last frontier for me, is like sites that other people could actually use and do stuff with. But now that I got it, now that I understand Cloudflare a little bit more and like just have the AI set up with the Cloudflare, it does everything for me. And here's another thing that I just made. It's called motba.art, and it's called the Museum of Time-Based Art. And I've always wanted to do this, where I've brought together basically any artist who's ever done a piece of art that has to do with time. So, for instance, like my favorite is this guy. He's this guy called Roman Alpalka. Wait, where is he? There he is, up there. And what he did is he painted the numbers 1 to 5,607,249 on these paintings. Oh, I should make it so you can click on these and make them bigger. Okay, but you can see how the numbers looked.
Yeah.
For 46 years, he did this.
Oh my god!
And he just would get up in the morning, go to the thing,
painting numbers,
just painting the numbers.
One giant bong rip, and then start painting.
And then he goes right. And the other thing he did is he ended up taking a portrait of himself every day. And so he was
Jonathan Mann.
I mean, here's the thing. That's everybody on this site.
They're all doing this.
They're all doing.
So like,
here's a guy who's been doing daily portraits for 30 years.
Wow.
And here's a bunch of other people doing daily portraits. Oh, I'll show you one other one who's like my other favorite. Let's see. Oh, it's this guy. I never know how to pronounce his name. But he did a whole series of 1 year long performances. My favorite one was this one, where every day, every hour for a year, he had to punch a time clock and get his photo taken on the hour, every hour for an entire year.
Like even through the sleeping time, or
yes,
he sleeps.
He never slept for more. He
Dude,
would never sleep.
You go crazy.
He never slept for more than however, for 45 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
And he did that for an entire year, and then he did like other really cool ones where him and this woman were tied together for a whole year.
Okay, so going back to the picture, so he hits the time clock and it takes a picture of him.
He takes a picture of himself every hour for an entire year, and
it's so much. No, go ahead.
He missed like 2 or 3 of the. He kept really detailed notes about how much he missed and everything.
But like an AI can now look through that and be like, oh, this is where the psychosis is really setting in. Look at this and that. Yeah.
Here it is, like sleeping late, early, total. January, here's all his, things that he. So anyway, this site is just full of people like that, and I've always wanted, and I made a timeline so you could see like, oh, here's Roman Opalka. He's the very first one, but then this guy also painted the date and everything like that on canvases for many years. But then you could just see the timeline of people where they fit. But Beeple's on here. Here I am in 2009. And you could start your own project here if you wanted. You could start your own thing a day project. And then, but this site is the first time post WAMP. Like WAMP was where I had to sort of learn about okay, here's how we do logins. Here's how we let people, participate. I would say for non-coders, at least from my perspective, get off Versal, get off anything else that you're trying to use, Supabase and all these different things you're trying to juggle, and just use Cloudflare. That's my advice. Just use Cloudflare.
You're able to ship websites straight to Cloudflare.
Yes.
You have to do open up a thing and start it. Your agent can just ship it. What about domain names? You have to point the domain name probably.
You can buy the domains right in Cloudflare, and then you just say hook this up to this and it's done, and you have literally everything. You have the storage, you have the databases, you have everything is there. It's not that expensive. It can do, I don't know. It seems to me, again, as a non-coder, just totally layman, it seems to me like the easiest route in terms of just not having to think about it. And it's
back to the GeoCity days when people could make their first websites and had animated GIFs and stuff.
That's totally it. Song A Day.fan. This is another one recently I made. I have these 3 fans who have listened to every single, who have made a point to go back to the beginning of Song A Day and listen to every single Song A Day song.
Wow.
And I made the site essentially for them, to have a place where they could
tracks your listening of the song.
It tracks
so
your
you
listening.
Can start having an EXP of listening.
Exactly. And then every single song you rate. And so there's a leaderboard for your how many listens you've done, how many ratings you've done, and nobody's going to use this. This is I like to think of it as it's supposed to be a social network of 3 basically of the 3 fans of Song A Day that have gone through and wanted to do that, and for any future insane person who happens to want to try to do that. Oh, one other thing is every site that I make now, I also have a guest book. I think that every site needs a guest book.
Which is back GeoCities did that, right? I remember you would have a guest book on your GeoCities. Yeah.
It's from back in the day.
This is the first build I always do with every model. Anytime a new model comes out, I give it Eat Skills and Speedrun Ethereum.
Oh, yeah.
And I say, go make me a guest book on chain. And sometimes I like to say make it look like Windows 95 or give it this sort of vibe. And it's I'm watching the clock and watching the cost. And I'm saying how quick and how cheap is this thing?
Oh, interesting. I love that.
This thing.
I love that. Oh, I don't have anything like that. I'm wondering, do you have anything where no model has been able to do it yet? Because I have a thing where Fable comes out, you know, whatever the last Opus, every time the thing comes out, I have a thing where, okay, let's try it again. Let's see if we can get this going. And it has failed every time. I've not been able to get it to happen. I'll tell you what mine is, but do you have one?
I have certain builds where it'll, like, in the beginning, there were things like approved patterns and waiting for a transaction. There's little things about building on chain. And that's what ETH skills like was born out of. I created ETH skills because I need a skill file that just does this stuff. But still, if you give it like a pretty complex build, it stubs stuff out. Even if you're like, don't stub anything out, don't like create this whole thing for me, please. It's still not quite there. I think the balancer hack, I think, will be a really good litmus test, because it's like this really like
subtle, complicated,
bespoke, esoteric, like you've got to like round the numbers up and round the numbers down, and like I don't understand it completely.
Right.
And of course, like now, like reentrancy is so built into the LLMs. They know these attacks so well.
Right.
So it's going to know the balancer stuff, because the balancer stuff is now like
it's going to be in the training.
Yeah. But like you can still try to like have a model go try to figure that out. And I think we're going to see some more hacks with Mythos. But then it's going to be like, everything's going to be so hardened, and you're going to have this like the slop will be the human stuff.
Oh, right? I like that idea. I like that idea. I put a pin in that, because I want to tell you my method for writing smart contracts.
Go. Oh yeah.
But first I want to tell you my white whale, which is there are open source music models. So there are open source like Suno style music models. The most popular one right now is called ACE. And you know, the thing that I've wanted to do for the longest time is like fine tune a base music model with Song A Day, right?
Yep.
Fine tuning. I don't know how to do it. Let's just put it that way. Like I don't understand. Maybe even like so the
quantization weights.
Yes, like all like that.
So like, nope, not going to know this.
But every time, and I'm doing it with Fable right now. I have Fable running in the background right now, trying, because every time they come out, this is the first thing I say. I say, all right, here's my folder. Here's what we've been working on. Here's what we've tried in the past that hasn't worked. Like,
do your best.
Like spin up what is it called? It's called Run Pod. You know, Run Pod. It's like a rented GPU. Like spin up a Run Pod and you know, go to town. Like make this work. Make it sound like me. Like, can you do it? And we're trying. Early afternoon is when the latest test should happen. So, but here's how I do smart contracts right now. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I have Codex write the smart contract first of all. Then I say, go into a loop, spawn an agent whose job is to poke holes in your contract that you just wrote, and fix every problem that it finds that's not just like a design decision. Because a lot of times the problems it finds are just like, you know, you might want to change the way you do this, but it's just like, no, that's the way I'm doing it. But I'm saying like any actual bugs or things, fix those, and then spawn another agent and give it the new contract, and keep doing that until there are no more bugs.
Yeah.
That's my method for writing a smart contract. And knock on wood, I mean, I don't know, someone should look at my smart contracts, but like it seems like I'm like, if Codex gets to a point where like a fresh agent who hasn't seen it before can't find anything wrong with it, that's like a pretty good metric, I think. It seems like.
Yep. But then new models are going to come out and they're going to find things. Yeah. That my method is similar. I have like a pipeline now. I have Claude down here in the corner. He has like a set of containers he spins up. He has an auditor container, a builder container.
Right.
And he uses these skills and scaffold ETH and builds the smart contract and the front end. And then it goes through smart contract audit. It goes through a front end audit, catches all those things like infinite approvals,
right?
And then it does like a second. It uses the Pashov skills, which is a really good security audit, and runs that.
Oh, I don't know that one. Okay.
Yeah, a whole handful of things to get it. And he has deployed a smart contract that has like 6 figures of value in it, which is very scary.
Yes, very scary.
It has done its own audits. Yeah.
Yes, and at this point, you have to assume someone has tried.
They've looked at it.
They've looked at. Someone has tried. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I think he has a question. Let me see. So what he can do is there's a skill file, by the way. You can go up to Slop.Computer and you can get the skill file.
Oh, nice.
Great episode.
And it has like,
Jonathan, you've shipped a song every day for 17 years. You've basically mastered the ship it and move on muscle. But WAMP isn't a song. It's a sandbox where other people build inside your world. When you're vibe coding something collaborative, how do you decide what's done enough to open the doors? Because there's no daily deadline when the thing you ship is a place for other people to play.
Is that a good question?
Great question, Clawbot. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is very true. And we have a little beta symbol up here on WAMP. And I think, it's live now and people have come and play with it. Like, one of the most delightful things is that there's some kids in a school in Missouri who in the school year were coming every day between sometime between 10 and 1. And there was 13 or 14 of them, and they would just jump in here and play together. And so I got a little taste then of okay, yes,
that's product market fit, man.
Product market fit, it's there. Yeah. So I'm really in this spot right now, actually, with it, where the question is not how do I know when it's done? It's more just how do I get the people to come? I'm in the perennial how do I get people's attention thing, the lack of attention. And what I find with WAMP is I know the idea is great, both because I have people that I really trust who have said that it's great, and I had people right away who wanted to help me work on it, which has never happened before. That's a really good sign.
Yeah.
But I think in this world where there's just so many fucking things to
attention is so hard.
How do I make this a place where it's people, what is the thing that I can add that will make this a place where people want to hang out?
What about private worlds instead of one big world? I'm thinking of those Missouri kids. They probably wanted the place to hang out, and they probably kind of took over a section of your map. But what if they could privately set up something that only them?
We've talked about that. What I did do is they weren't able to log in, so I built a bespoke thing for their teacher, where their teacher is the login, and he assigns them all. He's in charge of their logins, and he's the only one that we interact with, and he sets up, in that way, because every day they were just playing as guests. They weren't earning their XP. They weren't doing all these things. So,
and XP really is the game. The meta game is earning XP. I was playing through what am I doing? What is the meta? I wasn't paying attention to the XP. I think that's the key thing.
The XP is the meta game, and we have to figure out what the XP gets you. We haven't quite nailed that down. There's 3 kinds of XP. There's the builder, player, and curator XP. And curating you just get for going in and rating levels that other people have made. We'll give this one 5 stars, and then you can say it's difficulty level,
so
and all that kind
of stuff.
A little
bump for that. That's
exactly. Cool. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's that's the main challenge right now for the site. It's
awesome,
most the biggest product market fit, I think, is people our age who grew up playing this kind of game. But the problem is people our age who grew up playing this kind of game have kids and
no time,
jobs, and no time.
They're trying to escape the permanent underclass every morning when they wake up.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Oh my God. Right. So anyway, my experience with this is that as long as you keep doing something, eventually, and you had this experience, last year where the eye of Sauron will eventually fall on you, and you'll have couple days to a couple
something
weeks
rips. Yeah.
Of everyone's looking at you, everyone's paying attention, and that's the moment. And so I have quite a bit of faith that eventually the eye will come onto WAMP and like we'll have a moment and people will come and do it. And I just pray that we're ready, you know, is the thing that I'm like trying to do, like try to pray that we're ready to meet that moment and like grab people's heartstrings and attention at that point.
Amazing. And okay, so we got to close it out. I think the stream actually hard ends in a minute or two.
Nice. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. There's like a real deadline. It used to be right at the hour, but I've been adding 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's good.
Over.
Yeah.
But great episode. I think your critical secret weapon. I mean, first of all, is just like forcing yourself to ship every day. But you're using codecs all the time. What model? Probably GPT 5.5 in there.
5.5 on high, just constantly.
Go do it.
I'm paying for like the 200 a month thing, and I'm just like, I don't want to think about it.
Great. Okay, Claude, give us some music to play us out, and let's end this episode. He didn't see it. Man, I got to get that. Okay, Claude, give us some music. Play it out. Let's try it one more time. He still didn't pick it up. It's supposed to be an okay, Claude. He sees it and goes. That time he got it. Play us some music. Go on.
Let me dig into that.
I don't know if it's going to work.
What model are you using for his voice?
That's an 11 Labs.
11 Labs, got it.
Missouri Mountain.
Which is kind of expensive, right? Is it expensive?
I don't think so. The voice isn't that bad. No.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna beat him to it. I'm gonna play some music out.
I'm gonna grab the content from that website for you.
No.
He's working on it. It's gonna be too slow.
I'm searching for information about Song A Day Mann's WAMP music sequencer and stems.
Wow, he's really diving in. I don't even know what that means. All right, Song A Day Mann, thank you so much for being here. Keep creating cool stuff. Keep going. Keep making
You
neat
too,
things.
Austin. You too.
I
Love
will.
seeing it.
I will. All right, see you. Thank you.
Bye. Claws everywhere.